Alright. Okay, so, hey, Creative Assembly, another go of this. I'm thinking you start out the game, you're living at some sort of spot, uh, and it's essentially your faction, which doesn't control much, uh, living around a religious shrine of some sort. So, as a result, you as a player can decide, okay, either I can just stay here and settle and develop that civilization that way and follow, you know, I'm thinking, make it possible so that the player can go both historical and non-historical, but which you kind of had going on with the Horde ability. So let's say, okay, I actually want to go Horde. I want to travel with my faction and do stuff. Okay, so now I'm gonna be that way and just oh, go around to other factions and just raid and conquer and pillage and destroy. And then and once I take that village, I can decide what to do with the population. So, and I'm thinking that as a result, well, if my whole population is mobile, that allows me to potentially take slaves, or take children, or ransom. I mean, who knows what sort of things you can do, but like just really open up those abilities. Um, don't have any gray. Gray is the only color. In other words, I'd say go for that. But so as a result, you can just take your faction, your hordes, and just conquer and pillage and rampage around and just develop your faction that way. Which, hey, let's face it, that actually would be pretty cool. But so that's the one path that I'm thinking you as a player can take. Uh, but let's say no, I want to go my way. All right, well, what's my way? Um, well, I need to decide which path am I going to have my people follow. Do I want to go for a feudal system? Do I want to go for um, some sort of religious system, popular people or peace? That's I guess that's a bit more of a Sim City way of looking at it. But think about it. Either you have to have soldiers sit in there, which you may have end up having to for whatever reason. But I'm thinking, no, get to the point where you don't need to have soldiers at all, or get structures. And I'm thinking, let's explore the structures. Let's really expand that part of the game. Maybe more of the minigame aspect, and don't limit what I can build. Say I can build everything at once. I'm just not going to get anywhere with it because it's going to cost so much money and resources. But this is where the idea of populations comes in, um, because you know. All right, let me explain uh, the way I would approach it. This is all I have in the world. So I'm thinking, okay, I want to get wealthy. I want to just develop my civilization, take over a lot of land, go nuts. Okay, well, hopefully I got some resources nearby. And light green for mineral resources as well. And so that's just like naturally occurring in the land. Uh, and but I'll say, okay, the first thing I want to do, because um, I never know if I'll be able to live off the land, is develop my agriculture. At the same time, develop my military. And this is the interesting idea. So what am I going to do with this military? Uh, Populations. Now, I want to think about which way can I go? Which way can I go? And I want to go for like a Rome, Greek city-state style, where, um, and by the way, so could I decide I want my population to be a democracy? Do I want it to be a, God, I don't know. But, so let's just go with oligarchy and ruling family, Roman style. And so I'm going to build a barracks here, and I'm going to train soldiers here and just have them become real disciplined. If there is a natural tendency, trait or sort of unit that my faction has, develop that. Because there's a religious shrine here, I would want to have my units visit that religious shrine and gain a valor point as a result. And let's see. I'm also thinking, well, okay, but if they build the barracks, could they get a valor point for that? Anyways, so here is the land that I got going on for me. Now, I also realized, okay, I wanted to develop my navy and utilize the sea. So that's what else I got going on. What else can I cram in on this thing? But essentially, I'm going to make this just my economic military center. Okay, now I want to also at the same time, because hey, multitasking is my thing. Start conquering my neighbors. Well, what's going on with my neighbors? Yeah, so let's say I got Charlie over there, Schmo here, and well, Curly wouldn't be there. Curly would be Curly right there. So all these guys have their various reasons for being, but more likely than not, they'll have a religious reason. And so a little further explanation about the religious